on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BV Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bvmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bvmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. This is Doug Stewart from the 2 Live Studios here to tell you about the team at Strickland Security. Let's face it, the metro Atlanta area is a great place to live, but like most major cities, it has a crime problem. There's nothing more important than ensuring the safety of your family and your home. And for business owners, protecting your business is critical because it's your livelihood. Strickland Security can satisfy all of your security needs. The staff at Strickland Security has a combined 55 years of experience in the business of protecting people and property, from alarm systems to uniformed security guards and everything in between. Strickland Security has an affordable solution for you. To see a list of all their security services, visit their website at stricklandsecurity.com or give them a call at 800-422-9075. That's 800-422-9075. Again, that's stricklandsecurity.com. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Woman Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining your boy. I really do appreciate it. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do a little bit of birthdays right here. Talk a little bit about these damn birthdays, and then we'll get back into the OJ talk. You're listening. That's the wrong thing. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Waterhead. Celebrating. Wow. Celebrating. Is it a boy or a girl? Kanye and Kim Kardashian's kid, Northwest. Is that a boy or a girl? I'm looking at a picture of the child. Is Northwest a boy or a girl? That's his name, or her name, Northwest. I don't know. But anyway, their baby's birthday is today. They turned 3. So happy birthday to the baby, Kanye and Kim Kardashian's baby. They have that baby listed as the #1 celebrity that was born on this day. They actually rank the celebrities or the people that they talk about on the celebrity birthday site that we pull from. And this baby is the #1 celebrity today. And it's crazy because the #2 celebrity born on this day is Ice Cube. Yeah, you heard me correct. So Kanye and Kim's 3-year-old kid that hadn't done a damn thing entertainment-wise yet, but learned how to walk, that's probably his greatest claim to fame, is more popular, so says, pop culture, than Ice Cube. Ice Cube turns 47 years old today. Happy birthday. Wow. Celebrating his 62nd birthday today is Jim Belushi. Happy birthday to him. What was his brother's name that died? Oh, John Belushi. Yeah. Great comedic actor back in the day, John Belushi. He's been dead a long time. Overdose or something like that. And one entertainment story, man, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Have y'all heard about Lil Wayne was admitted to a hospital and had to stay overnight at a hospital because he had a seizure, an epileptic seizure? Streets are saying, man, Lil Wayne is back on that lean, which this lean is, you always see these rappers with these cups, these white cups or these cups or whatever, and they have this concoction of like cough syrup and I don't know, some type of concoction with cough syrup or whatever. And Lil Wayne had some issues with this before and had to had to be admitted to to emergency care because of this consumption. And this is the same stuff that killed Pimp C. And evidently, man, he's back on this lean stuff hard as hell. And he had to be admitted to the hospital for a couple of days, man. Y'all pray for Lil Wayne. Please pray for this man. I mean, you could easily see something, you know, how these actors die early and these artists die early. You could easily see, you know, little Wayne overdosing on this cough syrup stuff, man. It's insane to me. Pray for that man that he gets some light about this situation. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougsstewart.com. Last point I wanted to make about the OJ stuff, and I've seen many of you kind of talk about this, and there was a good message from T-Dub that I don't see now, and I lost it in the chat. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. But T-Dub kind of alluded to my last thought on this whole OJ thing is this entire thing, man. I sat back last night. There was a point where they were talking about the abuse where OJ, you know, consistently, you know, beat up Nicole, and they had him on record, you know, whooping Nicole's ass like 8 times or whatever with the LAPD. And I sat back at one point last night, and it kind of struck me. I was like, man, this is a lot. And when I say this is a lot, I mean this is a lot 20-something years after the fact. What was that, 1995? 20 years after the fact. This is a lot for them to do this. ESPN's doing a 5-part documentary, and so I guess each episode is going to be 2 hours. They're devoting 10 hours of resources. When you're talking about cameramen, the time that they put into it, the research, the writers, the interviews, they're putting 10 hours into a documentary, and basically, the documentary is basically, and I don't cuss anymore on this show, I'm trying to change my ways like Michael Jackson. They're putting in 10 hours of time devoted to basically, you know, disgrace OJ even more. Like, you do realize that whether you think he did it or not, he won the trial. He won the trial. His lawyers and him won the trial. He is free. And so I question on whether, you know, once again, it is intriguing, so I'm caught up watching it, so they are going to get ratings from me, but I question whether they would do this for anybody else. Like, if the tables were turned, and this is obvious, if the tables were turned and say this was, you know, Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, would they go to the lengths that they're doing to show or put O.J. Simpson in a bad light? Like, the man is already in jail. Like what's the term they use back in the country? You're trying to squeeze blood out of a turnip. Like, is this overkill? No pun intended. Is this overkill 20 years after the fact? You devote 10 hours of OJ bashing? If OJ would have lost this trial, would you have gone back and would you have had the audience that you seek in airing this documentary if OJ had lost the trial? I don't think so. Like, do you remember any other network devoting 10 hours of documentary where they're basically belittling and disgracing, ishing on the person that the documentary is about? Like, I don't remember them doing this about Robert Drake, what was his name? Robert Blake. I don't remember them doing this about Robert Blake. I don't remember them doing this about the Casey Anthony chick. They've talked a lot about them, but 20 years after the fact, it's like, really? Like, is America that mad at OJ? Now listen, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I know firsthand America is mad as hell, or was mad as hell at O.J. Simpson back in 1995 when he won that trial. I know they are. I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, how, you know, I went home at lunchtime to go see the verdict, and I came back from lunch, and everybody in the office was just mad as hell at me. Like, I didn't do nothing. I totally understand. I totally understand the masses in America being mad at that verdict. They think O.J. Simpson got away with murder. But 20 years later, you still this mad? It doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense, and I always rail about the media, and it just, and listen, I may be guilty of, once again, supporting their product. Probably I am. I'm wrong because, I do think that this is an issue when you really boil it down and you think about it, but it is intriguing, and what I do on this show is I talk about interesting things. Not just sports. I talk about interesting things, and everybody in America is talking about this series. I'm probably going to watch 2 episodes today, tonight. There's 3 episodes left, and you can watch them all now on the ESPN app. So I'm going to give them ratings, but it really kind of like, it dawned on me last night, like, really? Like, they're going on and on and on and on about OJ and how he beat Nicole. We heard all of this 20 years ago. Like none of this is really new. Like, I haven't heard really, the things that I've heard new about OJ are the commentary from, like, his homeboys, like dudes that grew up with him in the projects in San Francisco. Like, that's very intriguing stuff. There was a part last night where one of his good friends, OJ took them to some party or something like that. And the dude pulled OJ to the side. He's like, dude, do you know good and well these people wouldn't even look our way if you weren't OJ Simpson? And OJ was like, but I am OJ Simpson, so it's good, And the dude was like, he was just disgusted, like OJ had lost his way. Like, all of that stuff is very interesting to me. But the stuff about him beating Nicole's ass and how he got arrested and all of the details of that, like, we heard that every day for like 6 months. And it's 20 years later, man. It's 20 plus years later. And so, I don't know. I just thought that was, I wanted to share my thoughts with y'all on that, man. It really just struck me last night that this is too much. They're doing too much. And I can only imagine, what's going to happen in episode 3, 4, and 5. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show because, they just really touched upon the relationship between him and Nicole Simpson back then. They haven't even got to, the actual murder and the trial. So I guess all of that's coming in episode 3, 4, 5. It's just, it's kind of alarming. Like, this is the justice system that we have, that you applaud when you have all of these crazy laws in place. Whereas, one laws work specifically good for one segment of people and it works specifically bad for another segment, and you don't have a problem with the court system then. Somebody gets convicted, 3 strikes, they're in jail forever, that's a wrap. We don't even worry about it. We don't give a second look to it. O.J. Simpson, whether he did it or not, I'm not going to even give you my thoughts on that or not, I don't know. O.J. Simpson went to trial. He had good money to pay good lawyers. His good lawyers got him off. Let it go. Let it go. It's 20 years later, man. Wow. You talk about hold a grudge. Damn. You talk about hold a grudge, and I said this earlier. The man is already in jail. He been in jail. Whether it was for the murder or not, some kind of way, karma, whatever you call it, they figured out a way to put his black ass in jail. And y'all still mad. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Ooh-wee. Yeah. You mad because O.J. Simpson not in jail? And I talked about this young lady that got shot in the back of her head in cold blood and died, and the perpetrator didn't do a day in jail? Yeah, something don't add up about all of this. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show. Doug Stewart here to tell you about my man Smooth at smoothtickets.com. Smooth's got the tickets for everything that you need in the world of sports, concerts, or theater. I don't care what it is. I don't care where it's at in this great land of ours. My man Smooth at smoothtickets.com, he got them tickets. I'm telling you, boxing, baseball, NBA, NFL, country music concerts, hard rock, hip-hop, theater, Broadway, he's got them all. And if he don't have them, there ain't none. I'm telling you. Smooth